What's up guys, Mr. DJ Zed here back again with another UFC pay-per-view review. This pay-per-view review is on UFC 140, Jon Jones versus Lyoto Machida. The big question of this overall pay-per-view is Jon Jones going to defeat this undefeated streak by that was set by Chuck Liddell, because no one else has withheld the light heavyweight championship and defended it more than one time. Since Chuck Liddell, who held it for 4 times. He defended his title 4 times. But, well, I must admit, he can do the job. I think he can also live up to the expectations and defend his title 4 times or even possibly more. Just by going by his pay-per-view, and his pay-per-view showed it. We went into this fight, we both know that Lyoto Machida and Jon Jones have both different styles, and they're both very complex styles to work at. And, like, just by looking at the fight, Lyoto Machida, when like if you watch the fight, Lyoto Machida was throwing good punches and good kicks, and I thought for a second, yeah, Jon Jones sussed out, and he is actually the first person to connect with him and stun Jon Jones quite a bit, and we saw that Jon Jones can actually take quite a big punch. But I must say, Jon Jones, no matter what, came back, and he done it just by going on the ground. We also thought that Lyoto Machida might have had the upper hand on the ground because he's a black belt. But no, Jon Jones got on top and gave him a nice elbow that led a gash over the left eye. The right eye, which then poured into his eye and lost his sight a bit. And but in the end, Jon Jones won via choke. He got it through submission, and he done it through a standing guillotine, which I was really impressed by. The way he had it in as well and locked was really impressive. But that was our main event. Jon Jones is still the champion, and a rightful champion he is. Next fight on the card, co-main event on the card, was Frank Mir versus Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. Now, Rogerio Nogueira. But must say going into this fight, Frank Mir was trying to prove to him that the reason why he won wasn't just because Antonio Nogueira was ill last time. It's because he was just a better fighter, and he was the first person to knock out Antonio Nogueira. And also tonight he became the first person to also submit Antonio Nogueira by getting him in a Kimura that also snapped his arm. And I must admit, Frank Mir did get caught and he got shook, but he came back. He sprawled onto the ground and he got the takedown, and then he led it into a nice Kimura, and there was a nice little switch as well. Outstanding fight. And I must admit, for me personally, it was fight of the night, just by the transitions and the beautiful jiu-jitsu skills that were used on the ground by Frank Mir. Alright, third fight into this UFC 140 card, Tito Ortiz versus Nogueira's brother, Rogerio Nogueira. And I must admit, this fight was also really good. We also noticed that Tito Ortiz has come back in, trying to be the Huntington Beach bad boy, trying to be the people's champion. He's took away that bad aspect of him, and he's fighting for the people now. And I must admit, Tito Ortiz did have a great arc going into this, but he just got caught once again, and he got caught KO in the first round, KO/TKO, and it has been. And Tito Ortiz has only got one more fight in his contract, and after that he's going. And he's retiring, so hopefully his next fight will be one massive fight, and hopefully he can get the W and leave with a W out of the UFC. But Tito Ortiz is one hell of a fighter, and he's shown that he's got tremendous heart. But yeah, that's about it for UFC 140. Oh, hang on, but there was the first fight on the card that I don't really do reviews on the first 2 fights, but the first fight on the card where Chan's son Jung got a 7-second knockout against against Mark Hominick. That was tremendous. He's tied up for the fastest KO with Todd Duffy, and I must admit, it was pretty funny watching it, because Mark just goes in swinging, then he just comes back and got him. He just connected and stunned him and then finished it. But yeah, that's UFC 140 review over and done with. Like me on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube. We'll be back for UFC 141, Alexander Overeem and Brock Lesnar on December the 30th, so check back for that review. You know, as always, guys, peace, love, and UFC, man. MMA. That's how it goes. See you later. Peace.